Right, hold on, is it working now? Is it working now? Right, I've been very stupid and I've had myself on mute for the last 5 minutes. Ah! Right. Oh, I've got to say everything that I've just said in the past 5 minutes again. Right, welcome to PSGL F8. Obviously, my name's Leon. Welcome to the stream. Sorry for the delay on the stream and sorry for the 5 minutes of not hearing me. I didn't know my mic was on mute. Look like a right idiot now. But yeah, it's meant to be a wet race. That's why everyone's qualifying on the soft compound. I'm going to quickly rush through the standings yet again, because I did it about 3 minutes ago. So, Callum Anderson winning at the moment with 101 points. He's broken the 100-point record. Well, it's not even a record. 100 points tally. Then you've got 3 goals behind, 8 points behind Callum. 3 goals pretty poor in Bahrain. Then you've got Sam on 84, 17 points outside chance. Captain Chubbs on 71, really impressive in Bahrain. Good chance of, if you can carry that form on, he could be in the championship fight. They got Bando Biz 63, Tom AJ 59, Langfeld 58, Volakongan 43, Moriowetz 30, Frederick 28, Zexa 23, Huberto Mancini 14, Weiserman 11, Willows 8, Snookster 8, Verheyen 6, Nadal 5, which is hard to read, sorry. Best Bob on 3, then you have got Fury Lando and just Chris on no points. Fury Lando actually on pole for the moment. Right, back to the Constructors. The Constructors can be won today, as I reiterate, because no one heard me last time. The Constructors can be won today, as Vanderbilt starts his final lap. Renault 185 points. All they have to do is make sure they do not get outscored by 5 points from McLaren or 7 points from Williams. If they do anything better than that, they've won the Constructors. Renault 185 points, Vanderbilt has invalidated. Renault 185, McLaren 122, and Williams 120. So them 3 teams are the only 3 in it. Then you've got Haas on 83, Mercedes on 80. So them 2 teams fighting for what is P4 in the Constructors. Ferrari on 40 and Alfa Romeo on 38. The 2 Ferrari engine cars. Obviously, you have also got Haas, but you know, Ferrari and Alfa Romeo battling at Alpha P6. Then you've got AlphaTauri 18, Red Bull 13, and Racing Point 8, fighting for not getting the wooden spoon. Yeah, it's been long. Okay, I can hear myself, just making sure that the stream is actually working this time. Mayo Mur, I believe he's new. I do not remember. Mayo Mur. We've got Mancini though, who is on a lap coming through the final chicane. Let's see what that's not the line. That's not the line through the chicane, and he is out of qualifying. Verheyen coming through now. Obviously, this car binned it there. Oh, Mayo Mur's at the wall as well. Coming to the line, it's going to be in the 11s. It is a 1:11.0. Now you have got everyone else on outlap. Apart from the other AlphaTauri, bit wobbly there. As he now heads down to the hairpin. Really slow middle sector, I must have to say. And this lap is not looking too good for the AlphaTauri. This is probably going to be slowest of them all. We'll probably look into the 11s here. And actually it's invalidation anyway. I don't know where I've got actually an 11 from. He actually got a 9.6. Yeah, my mind's gone a bit blank. Right, let's try and pick up who is next across the line. Hold on, you've got Sam, who's actually in the first sector. You have got Langfeld coming to the final chicane. You have got Mayo Mur pitting, that's his session done. You have got Vola Congo, 3 gloves actually. No, he's not on a lap. You can get another one in. Which I think that is what the Williams is doing. How about Vola Congo behind? Let's see what this Williams can do. It's a 1 minute 8.4. It is an improvement. Now it's going to be able to keep a track of the drivers. There's a Haas spun round. Captain Chubbs has invalidated and not improved. Sam has not improved. Willows to the line. Bahena has been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. Willows has actually left the session. Sego is invalid. Fury Lando to the line. Is it an improvement? Yes, it is. Ever so slightly. 2/100ths of a second. Tom AJ stays where he is. Moruet stays where they are. And Frederick's going to stay where they are. Langfell is slightly up on their lap time. We've also got 3 gloves to worry about in behind. Langfell now to the line. Can he get anywhere in the top 5? No, doesn't end up improving. Last car on track was the 3 gloves, but has invalidated. So that is it for his qualifying session. Would it have been an improvement? No. Pardon me. And yeah, obviously, Vola Congo not improving, and neither is Exa. And that is it for qualifying. So yeah, Fury Lando on pole for the first time this season. So very impressive from the Red Bull driver. Then Callum Anderson in second, good for the championship leader, with the 2 rivals separated by Vola Congo in third. Joining Vola Congo on the second row is Sam. He got 3 gloves in 5th. Langfell in 6th. Captain Chubbs 7th. Wiseman 8th. Tom AJ 9th. Frederick 10th. Willows 11th. Mayomer 12th. Sego 13th. 14th Moruet. 15th Zexa. 16th Huberto Mancini. 17th Mando Biz. And 18th for Hayden. As I said, it's going to be an intermediate or a full wet start, and that's going to stay for the entire race. So it does not matter. It does not matter what tyre they started on. They're going to be on the wets. They are going to be on the wet compound of tyre. There we go. A bit of rain. That's definitely intermediates if I've ever seen it. So, yeah. It's time to see how will they do in the rain. The rain is a much different concept to the dry, especially around this track. 36 laps is quite long. I think, as I said when I was muted, especially in the wet, it's difficult. Final chicane, very, very tough. In the dry, if you miss. If you do it wrong, if you get one kind of line wrong, too much speed, you are going to hit the water champions. It is deadly. It is going to take your wing off. In the wet, it comes much harder. People, I imagine, are going to be more tentative into the final chicane and more tentative into the heavy braking zones. I imagine the hairpin, people are going to dive bomb like crazy because it's probably the best overtaking spot now on the track because of having no DRS. Obviously, with it being wet, there is no DRS. Let's see if Willow's got back into the lobby or not. It appears not. But yeah, everyone gets underway. Intermediates for them all. If it's intermediates all race, then the strategy, I think, is just intermediate. But I'm not sure. I've not actually ever commentated or raced on a wet race so far this game. So, kind of a bit of an experiment for me, to be honest with you. I don't know. Drivers just need to keep it cool. We'll see who had wet setups, who had dry setups, and we'll definitely know. If you had a dry setup, you must have done well in quali. In the race, you'll definitely know. You'll have no grip and you'll fall down the grid. So as everyone gets ready, Sego gets disqualified for probably a collision. The hairpin. Probably we're going to see the most overtaking. I doubt it into the final chicane as there's no DRS. The ERS is going to be so important now. as you're just going to have to use it correctly. I don't know if it recharges quicker in the wet, I'd imagine so, because you're going slower. But yeah, it's 35 laps, sorry, not 36. And Fury Lando going very slowly on an out lap, formation lap. As we get ready for the start of the Canadian Grand Prix. Mayomer, the other AlphaTauri, has also been disqualified for a collision, I'd presume. So, Fury Lando lining up in that P1 spot, gets the inside line for turn 1, but then he's on the outside for turn 2, depending on what kind of start Callum gets. Now we're going to wait on Verheyden, who is the last car to line up, ready for the start of the Grand Prix. It was actually Willow's we had to wait for. Okay, so we've got the Red Bull on the left and the Renault on the right. Whenever the lights want to go. Whenever the lights want to go. Lights broken? No, a little bit late. It might be a little bit glitch. I don't know what's going on. This is Codemasters for you. Okay, just sitting here waiting. This guy is constantly waving that green flag. It's going to start hurting his wrist at some point. 5 lights and away we go. Or no lights and away we go. Or someone go. Or, you know, something. And that's a restart. Right. Well, if you're wondering why well, I fact out there is a restart. The marshals look bored. They do look bored. I would be bored as well if you were there to marshal an F1 race or any kind of race, and they just didn't set off. As a marshal, you're meant to be there to, like, you know, help if there's an incident or something. But if they're not moving, it's I don't understand the boringness, and I don't get why the guy was waving the green flag. I mean, there was no incident, just no one was moving. Imagine all cars pile up into turn 1. If you're about the real thing, that'll be interesting. The marshals would then not be bored. They would not be bored at all. Most of the drivers are complaining in the Discord chat, if anyone's wondering. They're complaining that the race is meant to be wet throughout the entire race, so I'll tell you that now, as I can see it. Yeah, it's going to rain all race. Intermediates, I think, all race. So yeah, buckle up. It's going to be a long one. Sorry, I was just typing. But I hope F6 doesn't rain though. Me saying this probably a curse. It will rain in your race. Trying to reverse psychology. So yeah, 15 people here. Yeah, there's not really much you're looking at, to be honest, for now. Bit of a dull moment as we're restarting, because Codemasters is a fantastic game. Well, they've created a fantastic game here F1 2020. It has no glitches whatsoever. It runs smoothly. No leagues ever have to restart. There's no glitches whatsoever. Smooth. It's clean as a whistle all the time. Let me check if I've got an invite. The answer is no. Anyone in the chat got anything to say? Feel free. There's I mean, not a lot going on. So yeah. I mean, I cut the first part of the wall at Champions Chicane, I didn't get invalid, and all of a sudden I decided to tap the curb. The second curb I'm invalid. Yeah, the invalidations I have to admit for the final chicane are a bit messed, I have to admit. You can kind of bunny up the curb and kind of get away with it, but then again, if you tap the wall, you get invalid. I'm not sure by that. I know the invalidations are hard to tweak from last game. Let me see if I've got an invite now. I do. I do. So I think that means we're going to be getting underway fairly soon. So now we've just got to wait for everyone to get back into the lobby. Especially as people who don't league races. Yeah, because all they focused on really is career mode, or my team, or my driver career, my driver team, whatever the thing's called. Yeah, it is a shame. I hope it's improved for PS5. I know obviously there's no cross-platform, as in like there's no F1 2020 for the PS5, which is not great. So I think everyone's have to stay on the PS4 if they want a league race. Or the old gen of console, as the PS5 comes out, what, 3 weeks? 2 weeks? But yeah. It is a shame. It'll probably take a while for Sam to get everything all organised. Yeah, everyone with PS5 huge rip. I do agree. I'll probably get a PS5 later on down the line, not straight away, obviously. But I'll keep the PS4 for league racing and commentating. Because, I mean, at the moment, I'm against a lot of the community, and I enjoy league racing. I have motivation, which is unbelievable, and I like commentating. I'm back into the motivation of commentating as well, after I took a break from that for a while. I know, sadly, maybe they'll bring it back out, or they'll release 2021, early 2021. I don't know, I wouldn't say they're unpredictable with their like, release of games. I remember 2019 came out early. And that was the worst decision they ever made. The game was an improvement, but there was more glitches because they released it early. This game they didn't release early, I don't think. No. And it was still glitchy. I have motivation on this game, yes. I just have. I took a break from it last game, like a 2-month break. Came back and was. I just had motivation. I've had motivation since. Like, before I'd taken that break, I was racing for... I'd raced for, like, what? 2.5 years? Really? Without any break in league racing. I would sweat it all the time. And it was like, nah, I'm losing motivation here. So I just took a break, 2-month break, come back, and I'm motivated. Good evening, Cowboy. This game was even breaking me, and I was one of the few still enjoying it at the end of the previous game. I quite liked last game. I also quite like this game, but there are so many glitches that they somehow either reoccur or they don't fix. It's like the safety cars, so many more glitches this game than they did last game. Last game, the safety car was perfect, I think. For the most part, the safety car was perfect last game. This game, there's a whole heap of issues. I'm glad that the newest updates fixed some of the issues that are going on. Obviously, it's not fixed all, it's fixed like 2. It was actually quite close to perfect, I will agree with you there. The game I found the best, this was because I was the quickest on that game. Like, me personally, it was my best game because I was quick on it, was F1 2018. The only issue with that game, I feel, was desync, which they did fix, I think, later on down the line. But also the safety car, that took them a very ridiculous long time to fix. Then they nailed the safety car, and now they've made it worse again. I don't know. It's confusing. It's confusing. I think we're getting underway fairly soon. I've had a bit of a chat with you lot whilst we've waited. Quite a long delay, to be fair, considering we started at 5 past. Don't think we're ready yet. I'm hoping we don't have to restart again. Because it's going to be a long race. Canada in the wet. We are getting underway eventually. Hopefully the grid is in the correct order. He probably did bring more glitches that we haven't found yet. Seemingly when they do patches, they patch some things but also make things worse. I'm not sure how that happens, but most of the patches they've done for this game have made the game worse rather than better. They've addressed the issues that have been quite big, but then they make other big issues by doing that. I don't know. I wonder if Sam will choose the alternate strategy this race. I'm not sure, Paris. He might do. It's wet. I don't know how you can do the alternate strategy in the wet. Unless he's going to go for, like, I don't know, the 4 wets instead of the intermediates. I don't know. The game is probably worse than Pooh, to be honest. If I was to say anything. Hopefully there's no lobby glitches or anything. I don't think it helped with Willow's disconnecting. Willow's disconnected just before qualifying finished. And then tried to rejoin as it crossed over into the race, and it may have just bugged the lobby out. 1 second. I'm back, sorry about that. It is custom weather because it was meant to rain. Then obviously the restart, but it's intermediates or race. Well, that's what it should be. But yeah, as I was saying, long race, 35 laps in the wet, Wall of Champions. Someone is guaranteed to bin it. I don't want to put shade on all the drivers, but I'm not confident that we're going to get through an entire 35 laps of Canada in the wet without someone binning it into the Wall of Champions and causing a safety car. True. I'm hoping Sam didn't bottle the lobby settings, otherwise we have to restart again. But we get underway for the second time, the second formation lap. Was it wet or dry though? We crashed, obviously, everyone on the intermediates. Shock horror. Yeah. Everyone goes around again. It was dry. Oh. Got out the wet then. Yeah, everyone stick around, whoever's in the stream. The race is about to begin after a 20-minute delay. So going through the middle sector, as I said, the main overtaking spot now, I would say, in the wet is the hairpin. People are just going to send it on lap 1 if there isn't a safety car by that point. Down the back straight, I'm not sure without the DRS. I don't know if anyone's really going to go for it. Is it drying up? No, it's raining. It should be wet all race, but I don't know. Unless Sam has set the lobby up wrong, it should rain all race. But at intermediates, so I don't know how long the intermediates last. They're not a very durable tyre. It could be a 2-stop or a 1. It's either going to be a 2-stop or a 1-stopper. I don't know with the intermediates, so here we go. So you can do the 2-stop or the 1-stop. Apparently the 1-stop is probably quicker. The wets I don't think will get used unless the rain gets heavier. I don't know. In previous games, it's been quite. The intermediates at Canada have been quite awful on tyre wear. I don't know about this game in general because I've never had a wet race or had to commentate on one. But they come around the final chicane again to start for the second time. Well, they didn't actually start last time. To line up for the second time, should I say? So Fury Lando on the left-hand side gets the inside line for turn 1. Will be the outside for turn 2. So if Callum can get a good start, keep his nose in, he may get it in up the hill into turn 3. So we get ready for Verheyen, who is a long way behind for some reason. Are we going to see walls and crashes into the wall of champions? I can't give a definite answer, but most likely is if I was to say anything. But anyway, Verheyen is lining up at the back of the grid after a pretty long delay. Hopefully we get underway for the second attempt. I think we are. There we go. 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And away we go for the start of the Canadian Grand Prix, and it's a very tentative start from everyone, and everyone's ghosted, which doesn't help. Fury Lando into turn 1. What is his camera? Is ahead of Callum. Everyone's ghosting all over the place. It's really tentative as Sam and Three Gloves are going at it. Two of the two championship rivals going at it side by side. Actually, what is going on with the timing screen? I thought they fixed this. Three Gloves is actually going ahead of Sam, and he's actually on the back of Volakongan. What is going on with a timing glitch? I thought they fixed this. Three Gloves is in 4th, I think. There we go, it has eventually fixed itself. And the two Williams, 3rd and 4th. Fury Lando still ahead of Callum. These two have already pulled quite a significant gap to 3rd. Three Gloves trying to get past his teammate. Obviously in that championship fight, he wants to get past his teammate, try and get past Callum to gain a couple more points. Sam dropping to 5th, not what he wants, under pressure from Captain Chubbs as well. That is very slow through the chicane. Let's go on board with Three Gloves as he's the closest behind the car. There's actually got Captain Chubbs who's looking for a move on Sam. Will he go for it? There is someone off in the background. It's Bando Biz. Nothing's happened here. Bando Biz is spun round the hairpin, or the exit of. And I think everyone's avoided the wall of champions for now. So Fury Lando leads at the end of lap 1, followed by Callum Anderson, 1.6 seconds behind. Volakongan then 1.8 behind that. Three Gloves right up Volakongan's chuff. Can't get past though. I don't know why F1 Insights is telling me about 14 times what the strategy is. I think we got it the first. And everyone's starting to settle down. Obviously got quite a big train here in the middle between Frederick, Langfeld, Tom AJ, Weiserman. It's a long train basically from 3rd down to 16th. Obviously no DRS though. It requires a lot of skill in the wet. to try and keep composed, don't make any mistakes. The walls, especially at Montreal, are right around the corner, literally. And there's a yellow flag as I speak. It's Van der Bus again, who's off again. And he's having an absolute nightmare of a race as Fury Lando has pulled a 2.3 second lead. He's absolutely pulling away. Pardon me. Will anyone else go for any kind of moves? Don't think so. So actually, hello, Willows and Wiserman. Willows actually passed Wiserman quite comfortably. And Captain Chubb's actually all over the rear of Sam. I was checking to see if anyone was going to hit the wall at the Wall of Champions. Sam giving... Oh, Captain Chubb's a nice squeeze. A little bit of contact there going into turn 1. That could have been a massive crash for Sam there if Captain Chubbs had kept his front wing in there for a little bit longer. On board with Captain Chubbs, you could barely see a thing. And he actually picks up a 3-second time penalty for his troubles, as I think Van der Bus has gone off again. He's just going off the track left, right, centre. Now Willow's trying it around the outside of Zexa into the exit of Sector 1. Oh, bit of contact between the two of them. Oh, Wiseman's hit the back of him and got wing damage on the Verheyen, got some as well. I think he's avoided it. But yeah, back on board with this battle for 5th because it's two championship rivals going at it. Captain Chubbs and Sam into the hairpin. Who's going to come out on top? Looks like Sam for now. Captain Chubbs mounting the inside curb. Not what you want to do. Sam's struggling with his back end. Can Captain Chubbs get any closer? We're not on lap 3, we're on lap 2. Into the final chicane. Is anyone going to wallop this wall? I imagine someone will do it eventually. It's actually a lock-up from Tech, so everyone's taking it tentatively. Oh, Wiseman actually rear ends Maymer into the final chicane. But yeah, I guess we are actually on lap 4. I guess I've missed a lap already. But yeah, I think Callum may have damaged. He's losing a lot of time to Vola Kongen. Has he had an incident with the wall? No. Verheyen, another 3-second time penalty. Yeah, one a couple of laps ago. Fury Lando have a 4-second lead practically on lap 4. He's pulling a second a lap at worst here. He's absolutely flying as a Red Bull driver. And I got Tom AJ. I'm going to look at Frederick into the chicane. Obviously not going to go for it. Oh, losing the back end as well. It's actually, you've got Captain Chubbs getting past Sam. Sam must have had a poor exit out of the chicane. Sam's going to try it around the outside of the hairpin. I don't know if he'll get a better traction or not, and he's not. And Captain Chubbs is up into P5. Sam going backwards down the grid rather than forwards. Let's see if anyone actually bins it in the Wall of Champions this time round. But everyone's taking it very, very cautiously. I doubt it. Van der Bus with a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, very cautiously from practically everyone on the grid. Yeah. Mancini picking up a 3-second time penalty. I think Van der Bus picked up one as well. Oh, the Congo all over the back of Callum. Callum's really struggling in that first sector. He still has got a full front wing, but he's really struggling for pace. He's wobbling all over the place. As this is the trainers, you've also got Huberto Mancini a little bit close to Willows. Willows is actually like that, his internet pretty poor. Yeah, as we go down into the hairpin, Fury Lando have almost got a 5-second lead now. As you've got Huberto Mancini passing Willows' AI car. And into the chicane. Huberto Mancini's actually passed Verheyen. Verheyen must have made a mistake somewhere. Sam picks up a 3-second time penalty. This race is going further and further worse for the Renault driver, as he also has Langfell now in his mirrors. as Sego picks up a 3-second time penalty. At the moment, I'm going to double check to see if Renault will win the Constructors as it stands. So he gets 12.17. Yeah, they would. They would win the championship as it stands. Wiseman with a 3-second time penalty. Fury Lando is awful, says Cowboy. If he's awful, he wouldn't be winning the race by 5.5 seconds and extending the gap lap by lap, sector by sector. So he's obviously got some kind of pace somewhere. As you've actually got Captain Chubbs all over the rear of Three Gloves now. Two championship rivals. Captain Chubbs trying to get through the field because he has an outside chance of winning the championship. He's 30 points behind with 3 races to go. He did get a win on the fastest lap last week. He has got the pace, as he's shown last week. As someone's off, it looks like Verheyen has hit the wall at the exit of the second chicane, and there's the first safety car of the Grand Prix, and I was anticipating it. Fury Lando's lead of 6.2 seconds has ended. And oh, Sam, last second thinking about the pit lane as Gecko picks up a time penalty for speeding under the safety car. It's a drive-through penalty. As some drivers pit, they're going to be going for the 2-stop strategy under the safety car. Follow Congan, Sam, Langfeld, Roberto Mancini, Frederick, all these drivers pitting for a set of intermediates again. Oh, what's going on there? Verheyen will come into the pits, no doubt, because he's the one who caused the safety car. He might have outbroke himself. He has. It's a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and the drivers have already caught up to the safety car. Verheyen has actually retired. I wasn't even looking at the screen. He has actually retired. He's given up. And he's the first retirement of this race. Bando Beers, after a shocking start, gets to actually catch back up. Oh no. Okay, he's disappeared, thank God, but Wiseman has lost about a minute in the pit lane. Oh my God. He got stuck in the pit lane behind Verheyen's car, who stopped in the pit lane. Oh my, he'll catch back up, but he's lost about a minute there. Will Fury Lando pit? I do doubt it, as he's going to lose a lot of track position. I do predict there'll be another 2 safety cars before this race is over. Another 2. I just see more people crashing. Safety car might be out for a little while though, because Wiseman and Bando Bears are quite far behind. It won't be in this lap, I don't think. Wrong person to go on board with. So yeah, now it's just a waiting game. The top 6 have not pitted yet, and you've got 3 behind them who have pitted, and then you have got Mayo Mer who has pitted, not pitted, sorry. So yeah, we'll see. It's only a 6-lap difference, and they'll have to pit again. But they'll have slightly better rubber. So yeah, I mean, it might be a very slight benefit, but you know, safety car not in this lap. It will probably be in next lap. As you've got Wiseman going down the DRS straight, and then you've got whatever it's called, I've forgotten words, and then we've also got the safety car coming through the final chicane now. Yeah, the safety car will probably be in next lap, so we start lap 9 behind the safety car. I imagine everyone's got 100 DRS. Yeah, literally everyone on the grid has 100 DRS. That's where I saw Callum slightly go off the track there. Wheel spin as well from Fury Lando as he's trying to get his tyres warmed up. A little bit difficult in the wet. Actually, no, it wouldn't be. You don't want to overheat the tyres. As Wiseman's actually come into the pits. He's probably not actually going to catch up to the field now. Because I do imagine the safety car is going to come in this lap. Obviously, Fury Lando is going to slow down, which will help Wiseman catch up. He'll probably overtake someone who spins, but yeah. And the safety car's in this lap. Fury Lando is now the leader. He's full throttling it. He's wanting to go immediately. There is no slowing down from the Red Bull. Now he slows. This is slowing down into the final chicane and Fury Lando has bolted. So we're getting underway again. At the start of lap 10, Wiseman did not, in fact, catch up. He is practically caught up, but hasn't. Into turn 1 we go. For lap 10. Can anyone get a move done? Fury Lando has already pulled a 1.2 second lead in the first, not even the first sector. As they come through the mist into what is, I think, turn 6 as Three Gloves and Captain Chubbs pick up a 3-second time penalty apiece. So penalties are going galore at the moment. What's going on here with Roberto Mancini having a look at Meomer into the second chicane. Meomer really inviting the move. And Frederick's like, oh well, if you're going to let Mancini through so easily, I'll just have a pop around the outside as well. And Meomer seems to allow that to happen as well. Mario Wet might even have a look as well. Maybe not, he'll just rear-end him. But yeah, back up to the front. Captain Chubbs, 2 tenths behind Three Gloves, not anymore. Willard's actually lagged out, yeah, I forgot about that. Into the final chicane, Three Gloves overcooked it, had to slow down. Captain Chubbs all over his rear end now. Can he go for it around the outside of turn 1? Three Gloves has actually lost all of his DRS, he's pushed too much. And Captain Chubbs up into P3. Fairly comfortable move from the Haas. And now he sets his sights on Callum. And this will help him in the championship, definitely. This is a yellow flag. You've got Wiseman off at turn 2. So he's caught up to the field and then he's spun again. So unlucky for the Red Bull. His teammate currently sat in P1 and extending the gap again. Not as big as before, but extending it. Now Captain Chubbs putting Callum under all sorts of pressure. Captain Chubbs braking later than the Renault. Pretty interesting camera angle here. I'm quite a fan. So really go for it into the chicane. Nope. Callum is really burning ERS here. Captain Chubbs with a better exit out of the final chicane. Breezes past the Renault and is up into P2 and can now set his sights on Fury Lando now as Callum actually rear ends Captain Chubbs unintentionally. As Sego comes into the pits, probably for another set of intermediates. Ooh, a big lock up there from Three Gloves. Callum, bit of a wobble. This is still the closest battle for now. Captain Chubbs is really catching Fury Lando. Captain Chubbs is on a mission. He could potentially win this championship. You never know. Big lock up from the Williams into the hairpin there. She's got Bandabiz and Mayo Mer, and Moriowette having a bit of a duel. Nice little rear end tap there from the McLaren. There's nothing's going to happen here, but Captain Chubbs not far at all away from that Red Bull. Captain Chubbs' fastest lap, a 7/10 improvement on his previous lap. He's adapted to the wet. Mayo picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's adapted to the wet and is improving lap on lap. He's right behind. Fury Lando picks up a 3-second time penalty under the pressure. The gap between Fury Lando and Callum is, Captain Chubbs and Callum is 2.6 seconds. Still the closest battle. 2 tenths is the gap. That's it. He's going to try around the outside. It's not worked. He's going to try and get a better run. That's a bit of a voice crack from me. He has got a pretty good run actually. Just needs a little bit of ERS. And actually Fury Lando's got a little bit more, but he also has a slipstream which will help him a little bit. It'll benefit him, but he's not gaining. And we'll have to sit behind another lap. And yep, nothing's happening here. Now we've got Sam, who I think just lost a little bit of time to Volakongan. Wiseman picks up a 3-second time penalty, but he is down in 17th, so not huge at the moment. Sorry if you can slightly hear me yawn. I did not get much sleep last night, even with the clocks going backwards. Fury Lando under all sorts of pressure. Callum's actually caught this lap. This little pack maybe slightly catching. But nothing significant. Yeah, he's well too far behind for now. There's no one really close enough. It's hard to get any overtakes around this track, especially in the wet. With DRS would be easy. We'd easily get overtakes. Now, no. There's no kind of overtakes at all. And Captain Chubbs with another 3-second time penalty. So, yeah, he's quick, but he's also extending the track a little bit further than he's allowed to. Still nothing happening, just a very long train. Which is boring to see. Oh, actually, Three Gloves has gone very deep into the hairpin. And Tom AJ, where's he come from, actually? Tom AJ up into P4, overtaking the Williams. There's the first big mistake from one of the drivers. Will Zexa go for it into the chicane? I do doubt. Oh, Captain Chubbs having a look into turn 1. I would expect these intermediate drivers at the front are really struggling at this point. And at 16 lap old intermediates. Obviously I have no way of knowing how they're worn. Actually, Langfell actually, good time to go on board with him. Get a bit closer to Sam. Can't go for it though. And still, look at this very, very long train. Oh, Fury Lando's actually done a bit of a bunny hop on the curb. Let's see if Captain Chubbs can capitalise on that. Fury Lando has 100% ERS, so he's not exactly worried about his ERS management. Captain Chubbs is going to try it around the outside of the chicane. It's going to give Lando a compromised line, and now Captain Chubbs is all over the rear end. Oh! And Captain Chubbs has hit the wall and lost his wing. Callum with a penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. This is throwing the race on its head. Two of the championship contenders getting penalties or a crash. Favourites to win, Fury Lando. Captain Chubbs now, who's just picked up wing damage, is going to start falling down the grid. Callum's just picked up a 5-second time penalty as well. So he will not want a safety car. He will not want a safety car, otherwise he's going to fall down the grid. And I imagine Captain Chubbs is going to pit this lap and he'll have to get his wing changed. He's losing too much time with the wing. Well, actually, he's not actually doing that bad, but he's not going to be fighting for the win or anything with that kind of wing damage. Will Fury Lando pit as well? The front four and Mayomir have not pitted so far. Will they all dive in? Yes, for the first two. Tom AJ is going in and Three Gloves is going in. So Volakongan is going to take the lead of this race. Also picks up a 3-second time penalty in the process. Let's have a look. Fury Lando is going to come out. Yep, ahead. Captain Chubbs getting his wing replaced. No, well, he's actually not going. There he is. Where's Callum going to come out? Behind Fury Lando. And Tom AJ just out ahead of Zexa. That's important. Callum 3 seconds off Fury Lando. Obviously has that 5-second time penalty. So, yeah. Not great there. Three Gloves actually picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. On the first lap he's come out of the pits. Still got this train. Now for the lead. Obviously they're going to have to pit. There's no way they're taking these another 17. No way in hell are they taking these another 17 laps. Sam's not close enough at all. We're actually getting quite a lot there on Volakongan down the straight. No one else exactly close. Yeah, no one like really going for a move. So you just gotta wait for an opportunity for any of the drivers, and you just gotta take it. And they just have to take it. Captain Chubbs 4/10 off of Three Gloves. He's really got to try and get some kind of recovery race going at the moment. Has to get a recovery race going. Still nothing happening here for now. Into the hairpin. Still nothing, still nothing. Sam, 4 attempts off of Volakongan. Still nothing. Mando Beers with a 3-second time penalty as well. Still nothing. Hold on a minute. Captain Chubbs, 2 attempts behind, 3 gloves right behind him. Still can't get anything done for now. Though he's now trying it down the inside into this little chicane. Oh, and he's actually squeezed past. Good move. Very good move there from the Haas on the Williams. Which is not going to help the Williams chances in the Constructors' Championship or 3 Gloves' Drivers' Championship. So, yeah, very good move there from Captain Chubbs. Fury Lando now all over the back of Mando Biz. And it's the yellow flag in sector 1. Wiserman has gone off the track. Will there be a safety car for that? VSC. Or will he pit? Yes, they will. Perfect opportunity for these drivers. They're going to pit under the VSC, and it's probably going to last the entire distance. This has worked perfectly for the front lot. They were fighting then. Absolutely perfectly. And they rejoin ahead. What's going on here? Tom Age's gone really slow. And it's allowed Volakongan to just go hello, thank you, and take the move. And he's up into P3. Fair play from the Williams there. As you've got Sam trying to get past his teammate. They are fighting for the championship at the end of the day. The Constructors, they think, is practically settled. If they were to crash, that would be honestly the worst thing possible to happen. Into the hairpin, nothing happens for now. Still nothing happening. Can Callum do anything? No. Frederick comes into the pits. He didn't pit because Lang fell pit. And he's going to come out, I would say, quite far behind. Callum really pour out the final chicane. Still though, Sam cannot get past his teammate. This is a very long train again. These trains are quite unique. As Captain Schultz actually getting a bit wobbly. Gap 3 attempts between the 2 Renaults and actually pulling to Tom AJ. So if they keep doing this, they're going to be alright, I'd say. But obviously Sam wants to get past his teammate. But can't do anything for now. Oh, he's right all over the back of him. Actually picks up a 3-second time penalty for track extending. Locking up as well into turn 1 quite heavily. Still though, nothing happening between these two. You've also got all these cars in behind that still are stuck behind this train. We've got Tom now looking at Sam. Into the hairpin they go again. And into the final chicane. Still nothing happening. Still, they follow each other, nothing's happening. Pretty boring to watch from a spectator's point of view. Nothing's happening. Captain Chubbs having a look at Zexa. Just having a little look, Nothing right now. Captain Chubbs even weaving down the straight. Sam again having a look, not getting anything done. Quite a reoccurrence at the moment. Zexa picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. Oh my, Sam is all over the back of Callum. Still though, nothing he can do. Oh, Sam, a bit wobbly on the curb. Into the hairpin again. Nothing going on. Actually, Captain jumps down the inside of Zexa. They are side by side now. Who's going to come out on top? It looks like Captain Chubbs, because Zexa didn't use any of his ERS apparently. I wonder if he forgot about it or what. But yeah, the Haas has got through up into P6 and his recovery race is happening. These guys are starting lap 26 as he now got Captain Chubbs getting past Tom AJ. Tom AJ having none of it though. Bit of wheel banging, still a bit of wheel banging, oh, on the grass. And now you got Sam down the inside of his teammate, and they're argying, barging. Oh, and a bit of contact between the two of them. I think they both got away with it. Now Tom AJ's having a look down the inside of Callum. Callum's now being broken up by everyone. And Callum's got on that curb, that little slippery curb. And now you've got Zexa down the inside of Callum as well, having a look. Zexa down the inside of Captain Chubbs. Captain Chubbs looking for the switchback. No, sorry, Zexa looking for the switchback on Captain Chubbs. Now Captain Chubbs down the inside of Callum. Callum is dropping down the field. Not what he wants, a championship leader at all. We're going to go on board from Zexa's point of view, and yeah, Captain Chubbs has got ahead of Callum, and Callum's dropped to P6 now. Not where he wants to be. Really feel up to go. Captain Schultz with another 3-second time penalty. Remember, Callum has also got that 5-second time penalty. And I think a track extending, I'm not sure. And I got Langfell looking at the back of 3 gloves. Oh, and he's rear-ended him. And he's got wing damage now. And this fight for P10 is going to get more spicy. But my chin is trying it around the outside. Oh, hello. And you got Frederick who's just done a double overtake. Fair play. Fair play to the lad. A double overtake. He's made advantage of it. And now he's going to try and overtake 3 gloves, who's in the championship fight. And he's really struggling at the moment. Really, really struggling. I think as it stands though, the constructors are wrapped up still. Zexer with a 3-second time penalty, but yeah, I still think the constructors are wrapped up. As it stands, obviously I don't know what penalties. Langfell comes into the pits for a fresh set of intermediates for the end of the race, as well as a fresh front wing for his troubles. He's actually going to come out fairly close to the Alfa Romeo Moriouette, and he's going to come out just behind. Now, nothing's happening here. Oh, hello. Oh, someone's just hiding in the pit lane. That shouldn't cause a safety car. Shouldn't. Yes, again, it is. Yes, again, it is Codemasters we're talking about here. No, no safety car, but carry on. What's happening right now, though, just really helps Sam for the championship. Gains a couple more points back on Callum, who is currently under threat from Zexer, is looking to get P6 off him. Down the side of turn 1. And Zexer's got the run, and he's got the position, and he's up into P6. So Callum now down to P7 with 3 gloves coming up behind him as well. Furylander's lagged out. Oh my word. Oh my word. Volokongan picks up a 3-second time penalty. It isn't a matter, but oh my god. Volokongan takes the lead of this Grand Prix as Fury Lando retires. Not retires, leaves. Oh my, oh my, oh my. And he pits. Oh my. Oh my word. And he's getting the front wing change as well. He's lost all of his points. Oh. Oh my word. And now 3 gloves on the back of Callum. And 3 gloves is train. Now at the moment I think Renault still win the constructors just. Williams at the moment get 20 points. Williams still need to outscore them quite a lot. So ideally just get ahead of Callum, which is doable with Callum's really low ERS. Captain Chubbs is another 3-second time penalty. He's really track extending today, not going to help him in the championship fight. Oh, voice break. .31 out of 35. We are on the final 5 laps of this Grand Prix. Lando pits again. His AI's just had enough. Or is it him? Oh, it's him. But I would hate to be him at the moment. Absolutely. Three Gloves has actually made a mistake behind Callum. Does look as though Volakongan's going to win this race. Where did he start? That's not the one I wanted. He started 3rd. Then he's going to end up winning. Fair play, fair play. Obviously I don't know yet, there's still 4 laps. Callum, 3-second time penalty, that isn't what he needed at all now. Absolutely mad. Can't remember what I was going to say. It's gone right out my head. Trying to get the F8 standings back up. So yeah, 3 gloves at the moment. I think it's going to get him on pens. I don't think Volakongan can win the championship. No, it is impossible for Volakongan to win the championship, unfortunately. But he will gain a fat load of points as Frederick's actually having a look at 3 gloves into the hairpin. Down the inside he goes. He's trying, he's trying. And side by side now. Coming into the final chicane. No, 3 gloves outbreaks Frederick and keeps the position and is now on the back of Callum. As Captain Chubbs was quite close to Tom AJ but couldn't get the move done. I think Captain Chubbs isn't going to get the podium based off of penalties, as I've seen his name appear a lot. Mancini with a 3-second time penalty. He might lose a couple of points for that. But yeah, I don't think anything else significant is going to happen now. Oh, big lock up there from the Williams. You've also got all these cars. If Callum falls all the way back behind these, then yeah, he's really in for an issue. And yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen now. 2 laps to go. Can Sam win this race? No. I've only seen... I know Sam's got a couple of penalties. I've only seen Volakongan appear once on penalties. I think Sam might actually drop a few positions. Well, our position, because Captain Chubbs has got more penalties than anyone else. I do know that. But yeah, not long to go now. Can I have a look at the race director? No, I'm going to wait and see as a surprise. As we've only got a lap and a half to go, we don't have to wait that long. But Volokongan coming down the back straight for the second to last time. As well, I mean, since Lando had an issue, has just dominated the race. Really good. Got a bit lucky, obviously, with the VSC and pitted literally as the VSC came out. But yeah, he's done really well in taking advantage, and now he starts the final lap, where he looks like he's going to win. Just needs to keep it cool. So Captain Chubbs too far away. As everyone else starts the final lap. Will Mancini go for a move on Frederick? No. I think at this point, may as well go on board with the race leader. And coming around the final few corners, he's exiting the second sector now, coming down into the hairpin. He's actually purple, so I think he's actually going for fastest lap. He's going for the win and fastest lap, trying to get all 17 points. Unfortunately, he's out the championship fight, but he helps Williams out with that extra fastest lap. But yeah, Volokongan now coming around the final corner. Just got to take it nice and smooth, as he does, and he's coming up to the line, and Volokongan is going to win the Canadian Grand Prix. Doesn't set the fastest lap, unfortunately for him. Sam crosses the line in second, and Tom AJ gets second. Captain Chubbs, the amount of penalties I've ever seen in my life. Zexa in fifth. Callum crosses the line and gets fifth, sixth, seventh. Seventh. Frederick, sixth. Zex, 1 second. By the way, I'm back, and I do believe, if I check fastest lap, which is made with Bando Biz, 16, 22. Renault do not win the Constructors after today's race. I think. Yeah, Williams have done just enough to make the Constructors' Championship last another week. They've not won it, obviously due Stewart's incident after any Stewart reports. But for now, Renault I think are 57 ahead, after a possible 58. So Williams are still in it. Volokongan gets, I believe, his second win of the season. His third win of the season, actually. Looking very impressive. So yeah, Volokongan wins. Tom AJ in second. Everyone got on the grid got a pen. Sam in third. Captain Chubbs fourth. Three Eagles fifth. Frederick sixth. Callum seventh. Zexa eighth. Mancini ninth. And Van der Biss 10th. He gets 2 points for fastest lap. Morio West 11th. Langfeld 12th. Fury Lando 13th. And Mayoma 14th. DNFs, Willows, Sego, Whiteman, Verheyen. And that's been it for this Canadian Grand Prix. Long. Yeah, very long. But yeah, interesting. I would say driver of the day. I'm going to go Tom AJ, 9th to 2nd. That is very impressive from the McLaren. But yeah, that's been it from me, and I'll see you next week for the United States Grand Prix. Goodbye.